Hi guys, and welcome back to another video for PSO Blueburst. Today's video we're going to do the last of the episode 1 side story quests. And this quest was originally a download quest, I believe, on the Dreamcast version. And it's called Central Dome Fire Swirl. So this one wasn't released at the same time as the other story quest. Again, this was kind of added later on as a download. So client is just Pioneer 2. And it says, mysterious fires are breaking out in the Raggle Forest area. Rescue the people caught up in this. And you immediately get the Burning Rangers music, which is a big theme of this quest. Glad to see you, Taker. I'm Chris Paton from the Government Public Peace Department. What I'm about to tell you is an urgent request. Listen carefully. Huge disasters are occurring in the Raggle Forests now. But we've yet to get a handle on the cause. Hurry to the forest area and rescue the people and extinguish the fire. The names of 9 to 10 victims have been confirmed now. Don't worry about whether or not you've put out a fire before. The latest in special equipment protects you from flames, and your normal attacks will extinguish the fire. Because reasons. The weapon you use is of your choice, but get by without getting near the fire. Use a long-range attack weapon. So for this quest you want to make sure you've got some kind of gun with you. I think the best one is probably mech guns because they tend to put the fire out faster, but any range weapon will work. Also, take this. I'll give this Navitool. Use it to contact me whenever. By contacting me, I think I can offer advice using BEE radar. Also, use it to set the coordinates of the victims when you rescue them so that we can dispatch transportation to the location. Got Navitools. At this present state, we cannot identify why the fire started. Technique use is prohibited for danger of the damage spreading, so again, if you're doing this quest, I would really strongly advise not doing it with a force. Unless you've got a force that can melee as well, because you are not allowed to use techniques at all for a good majority of this quest. Over and out. Our thoughts will be with you. Now get into gear and get out there. What's your answer? I mean, didn't let me respond. So yeah, so the main thing with this quest is try and rescue all the victims. There is also an NPC that you want to speak to over here though as well. So this little boy. Darn. If I were an adult, I would go out and help them now. The bravery it must take to jump in the fire to save others. I sure don't have that kind of bravery. Is there anyone else? No, I think that's it. Alright, so let's go and rescue some people. So yeah, just make sure you've got a firearm. And when you warp in, you will see that you can't use techs. I also probably want my actual armor on, that would help. So basically we've got 9 to 10 people to rescue. We also, in the quest board, have the Navitool. Chris here. I see that you've arrived in Raggle. Let me brief you on the situation. The disaster prevention system set up in the forest area appears to still be functioning, but the gates in the areas are locked. There are 3 areas. When Area 1 is safe, Area 2 gate will open. Rescuing the victims and extinguishing the fire should confirm the safety. According to the radar, there are 3 victims in each area with a total of 9. Over and out. Contact me when you want to confirm the situation. Hang in there, Taker. So we can see our first victim straight away here, and you can see that if you go too near the fire, you do get hurt. Now we do need to extinguish the fire, and you can do that with your guns. So you can see mech guns do get rid of the flames very quickly. If you think this seems familiar, if you play PSO 2, It is also because this quest was essentially redone in PSO 2 as Arc Ship Fire Swirl. Ugh. Several people couldn't escape. They're still... Set coordinates. Sorry. Save the others. I do find it funny that the first NPC we have to save is a HUnewearl, because of course it is. Okay, so we can go either way here. So basically you just explore around forest, kill the enemies, and put out the fires. That is the majority of what you got to do here. Again, I'm doing this on very hard just because that's what I've done all the rest of the side story in. I mean, the best thing about this quest is by far the music. Burning Ranges has kind of become almost a staple of the Phantasy Star games now as well. Just how many games have used it since. I know it's originally from the Burning Ranges game, but the amount of times this has been used in Phantasy Star as well. Because I think we got all the fires here. So we'll get this switch. So the doors there are locked, so we need to go the other way. So we're looking for at least 3 victims. In this area, at least, anyway. Let's check in with Chris. Chris here, roger that. The extinguished fire ratio in the central dome is 14%. The area rescued in Area 1 is 1. Total rescued is 1. Hang in there. So you can check with Chris, and she will tell you how much of the fire you've got rid of and how many people you've rescued. So there's someone behind there that we obviously need to try and help. Again, I would really recommend mech guns for this. I guess that opens that, so I guess we can rescue this HUnewearl. What you'll realise as well is that a lot of these NPCs are ones you might have seen in other quests. Huh? Are you here to help? Set coordinates. Whoa, thanks. I thought I was a gunner there for a moment. So that NPC there, I believe she's called Valletta. So I do actually need to go back as well because there is another victim that we haven't got yet. They said there was 3 victims in the first area and there's nowhere else to go, so there must be another one hidden. I mean, I can interact with this, so I guess we interact with this. Hey, hey, wait for me. And this is Rakton, who was from Claiming a Stake, so a lot of the old NPCs come back for this quest. Thanks, I owe you one. Now get out of this dangerous area fast. Confirming Area 1 safety complete. Lock gate will be opened by the system. So that opens a little bit more forest. So it's split into sectors basically, so as we've cleared sector 1, we can now move into 2. Before we do though, let's check in with Chris again. You can see the ratio on the central dome is currently 26%, and they're now confirming that we can go into area 2. Can't go there. There is someone behind that door that we can't get to yet. So it's a really interesting quest because it's very different to every other quest in the game. But I will admit that it is much harder with certain classes because trying to do this with, for example, a HUnewearl would be nightmare fuel. There was actually quite a lot of enemies in this as well, so it's not a bad quest for farming, particularly for things like Giga Boomers or Tolors in Ultimate. It's actually not a bad option. Okay, so that has unlocked this way. Game will take care of the fire first. I thought someone must be coming. I owe you my life. But I never thought they had that kind of power. Ugh, I just hope that Anna is okay. Sorry, but can I ask you a favour? I got separated from a woman I was with. Please save her too. So I guess that's the Anna that you mentioned. So now by saving that Raymar, we've actually unlocked a thing called the 08 lock, which is like a safety lock. So you can see when we go near this door, we can see there is another person on the map, and we can interact with the door. And it's Anna from Waterfall Tears. Who are you? So you can either say ... or here to help. Obviously you're going to say here to help because you're trying to save them from the fire. Bogard? Bogard? So Bogard is the Raymar that we just saved. Help Bogard first. Bogard got lost a while ago. I won't leave this place without Bogard. Huh? You already helped Bogard? Really? Wow, that was fast. Wait, I'll open the door now. So Anna lets us in, and now we can save her. Thanks for saving that person. That's a very weird way of putting it, but I get what you mean. Yeah, so that was Anna from the Waterfall Tears quest. Okay, so is there anyone over here? No, we can't interact with that door, so that must not open yet. So I guess now we just try and push through more of the forest. We can see that this door down here is open, so I guess we go this way next. More fires. I can see there is another NPC on the map as well, just to the northwest of here. Looks like it's blocked off at the minute though. So yeah, I would say that if you're running this, I guess an Android, something like an Android Hunter or an Android Ranger. I mean, Android Ranger is probably honestly the best way to do this. Because you're not impacted by the lack of techniques. You've got the guns to take care of the fire. I guess things like HUcast and HUCaseel would work really well as well. So with this guy who, I like to believe that this is like Ash's long lost cousin. I also love the fact that he's, shall we say, a little portly and he's using a frying pan. Are you here to... Yes, I'm here to set coordinates. Yes, will you help me? I knew it. If you keep your hopes alive, God will never forsake you. I got awfully religious all of a sudden. Confirming Area 2 safety complete. Lock gate will be opened by the system. Okay, so we've got another gate that's opened. So let's check in again with Chris. Hello, this is Chris. Are you okay? Wait. Hello, it's me. The ratio in Central Dome is 53%. Number rescued in Area 3 is 0, total is 6. So we have 3 more NPCs to rescue. So there is another NPC behind here. Can't speak to them yet though. Okay, so this part's unlocked. Again, we've got more fires to deal with. Yeah, I will say I do find it very convenient that all of a sudden your guns are able to extinguish fire. But I guess I had to have some way of being able to do it. And I guess maybe they thought that was the closest way of emulating the Burning Rangers game, maybe. Because, you know, I mean, basically this quest it's almost an advertisement for Burning Rangers. So we'll get rid of these fires. There is some more over here as well, so we'll check over here first. Yes, let's check here. Ah, it's hot. So this is Lionel. So this is the Hugh cast that we had to collect all the parts of, who apparently has got into trouble again. And was literally on fire. What? Look out. My armor was about to melt. I was about to go from bad to worse. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. Alright, so we saved Lionel again. So now we can go back. Let's just take care of the enemies first, at least. I do kind of feel that the enemies should get hurt if they go near the fire. But no such luck. Maybe you have to kill the enemies first in this room before you can put the fire out. We see there is quite a lot of enemies in this quest. So as you can probably tell, we are getting towards the end of this now. The fires do kind of mess with your lock on a bit sometimes as well, because sometimes you will want to lock on the fire rather than the enemies. You see, the Rappy can just walk straight through the flames. It just does not care. So I finally got through those. Now can we put these out? Yeah, so it just takes a lot of bullets to put them out. But they're all actually treated as like the same target by the looks of things, so once you've done enough hits, you will put them all out. Somebody. So again, we need to put all these fires out to save this full mall. So this full mall, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there is a full mall that looks very similar to this in From the Depths, but she's one that dies. So I don't know if it's the same person or if it's someone else. But thank you so much. I'd given up all hope. Can't believe it. There's another one saved. Let's just check in with Chris again. So we've extinguished 97% of the fire. And there's one more to rescue in this area. Which we can see is down there. Thankfully this warp brings us in. And this, I mean, of course this guy needs rescuing. You. Did you come here to help? Set coordinates. Thanks. Thank you. So that was Mom, who is the Raymar that you do Dr. Osto's research or Unsealed Door with. I think he's in Unsealed Door, but he asks you to do Dr. Osto's research. He's the one that basically just lays down under Ole's raft. Confirming Area 3 safety complete. Confirming Block 0159 safety complete. All emergency use systems released. So the music changes to I Just Smile, which is another song from Burning Rangers. And the actual skybox changes a little bit as well to get rid of all the flames. Let's just unlock that. Now, you do have a choice at this point. There is more to the quest. So one thing I do just want to say quickly is if you're doing this with a character that normally uses Ryuka, remember to bring a telepipe with you, because otherwise you have to run all the way back, which I'm having to now. Because obviously I still can't use techniques. So yeah, remember that if you run this. So once you get back to Pioneer 2, first you want to go and report back to Chris. Thanks for your brave work. Thanks to you, we were able to put out the fires. Thanks. Pick up your rewards at the guild counter. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but on your return, another fire is broken out near the central dome. We dispatched a unit to the area but lost contact with them. There's no doubt that the origin of the fires is extremely dangerous. But I wonder if you could continue the quest and help us out. That is, if it's okay with you. So you can accept or refuse. If you refuse, nothing actually bad happens. You basically just get to complete the quest there and end it there. But if you accept it, there's an extra little submission you can do. So we'll do that. So we'll accept. I'll ask again. Will you really go? Yes. Okay, I understand. Get your equipment ready now and head up for the area again. And again, we get the Burning Rangers theme come back in. This should be an even more dangerous mission. Take care, be very careful. So then what you do is you go and talk to the little boy again. Are you going to stomp out the flames again? Wow. Whoopee. Let me know when you're successful with your mission. So once you've done that, then you can go back down to Forest again. So once you go back to Forest, you want to head for the room that had the last NPC in it. What you'll notice now as well is that at this point now you can use techs. I think because the main fire has been extinguished, you're now allowed to use them. So when you go in here, there's another NPC here that wasn't there before. So talk to this guy. He just disappears. So then basically we need to go to another room and find him again. You see we don't have the quest board thing anymore. So we just need to find this guy again. And you can see you can use the area map here, so we can see he's over in this room. We are allowed to buff now, so may as well. This guy's got himself into trouble again. Also, the camera view pivots to this really irritating camera view, so enjoy that. Help! I've detected their presence. They're watching me. I never thought I would be able to bear it. This is an experiment gone wrong. Wow! Forgive me. So basically just have a look around. And we just keep talking to this guy at this point. You came. Help me. So you joined your party and you get these 4 Hildebears. You see this guy's called Dr. D. Now, as far as I know, I don't think it actually matters if the guy dies, because you can revive him. You just need to kill those 4 Hildebears and that's it. I'm a researcher from the Genetic Life Form Lab. It serves me right. The experiment was supposed to improve life form evolution. We injected a primeval creature with new drugs. This resulted in enraging the creature and the forest fires. So again, one of the scientific teams has messed up. Kind of a running theme with PSO, but yeah, it's happened again. Our punishment for treating living beings like things, I guess. Regardless, is there a means to retreat or go forward? Mission complete. Please pick up your reward at the guild counter. So now you can go back to Pioneer 2 again, and this time you can use Ryuka. Okay, so once you're back, first thing you want to do is go and report to Chris. Really? An enraged primeval creature was the cause of the fires. The fact this creature was so enraged to burn down our dwellings is, well, it is quite sad. But thanks to you, we were able to locate the cause. And the people who could not escape were rescued. I think that's something to be happy about. Allow me to express our gratitude from the government. Your government is most grateful. And please rest at ease. We will follow up on the life form DNA research from our end. So again, maybe that's hinting that the government didn't know about this. Of course, we will get to the bottom of it. Thanks. Pick up your reward at the guild counter. So once you've handed the quest in, don't actually talk to the quest counter. What you want to do first is go back to the boy. Wow, whoopee. He really likes that word. The rumour is you went into the fire alone to rescue the people. And you even defeated monsters, right? They should call you Burning Hunter. Okay, so he's called us Burning Hunter. So once you talk to this guy, you'll actually get a different result depending on which version of the game you're playing. So for later versions like Episode 1 and 2 and Blueburst, you just get this rudimentary title called Burning Hunter. For Dreamcast version 2, I believe you could then speak to another NPC, which would be stood over here somewhere. And that NPC would then give you a Mark III mag cell. I don't think you can get that on Blueburst through this quest. I think you have to get it otherwise. So for Blueburst, that's all we can do. But yeah, just a little bit of extra dialogue really for Blueburst. Thanks again for all your help. Pick up your reward at the guild counter. So that is the end of Central Dome Fire Swirl, and that completes all of the Episode 1 side stories. And what you can see now is, because we've completed them all, they've all re-unlocked again. So this is how you rerun things in PSO, so once you've completed all of the quests, they all become available again. So if you've messed up in one of the quests or anything, or if there's a quest you've accidentally completed that you weren't meant to, basically just complete all the other side story quests and then they will all re-unlock again. But yeah, for now, that will do for this video. The next PSO side stories video will do some of the Episode 2 quests, so there are a couple in Episode 2, and then there is also another quest that links to Episode 3 as well, so we'll do those. So if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, subscribing, or joining as a member on YouTube if you want to. You can also follow us over on my Twitch, which is SectionSkyly. I have an X and a Bluesky that are both SectionSkyly, and we do have a Discord channel you can join as well, so feel free to join us over there. There should be a link to that in the description. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.